Today I'm going to share with you two unique weapons, two things that you have at your disposal that can definitely increase your club head speed. I'm PGA teaching professional Todd Kolb, Director of Instruction for US Golf TV and the Sanford Power Golf Academy. And what I'm going to share with you today is two ways that I guarantee you've never thought of that can help you increase your club head speed. So let's dive right into it. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to hit a shot here to demonstrate something, and then I'm going to show you why it works and how it can help you. So I'm going to hit a golf shot with my feet together, no body movement. And all I'm going to do is use my wrists. Okay, here we go. Wrist back, wrist through. Now, that's a 7-iron off a tee. Probably went, I would say, 130 to 135 yards. Now let me hit one more shot. This time, same thing. I'm going to put my feet together and I'm going to swing just my arms. Okay, once again, that ball was solid in the air and probably flew about 125 yards. Now, those are the two weapons. Those are the two things that you have at your disposal that can help you create club head speed. Proper use of your wrists, proper use of your arms. I'm going to show you exactly how to do that here today. So let's dive right into it. Let's talk about the wrists first. Let me go ahead and tee ball up. Now, most amateur golfers, most senior golfers, and a lot of them slice the golf ball, right? A lot of you slice the golf ball. So instinctively, you want to take the club back in and around. Now, when you do that, when the club goes back in and around, the wrist becomes very flat. Not necessarily bad position, but requires a lot of rotation in order to create club head speed. What I like to see my senior golfers do, and my amateur golfers who are lacking distance, is I like to see them actually kind of hinge or leverage the club a little bit. So when they swing the club back and their lead arm is parallel to the ground, I want the club shaft to be relatively vertical. Hopefully you can see that right there. Okay, I say, hey, when you swing it back, let's form an L between the lead arm and the club shaft. You can see that right there, right? Most of you, if you lack club head speed, are probably in this position right here. Okay, that doesn't look like an L. I don't know what letter that is, but it's not the L, and I want to feel it here. Because when you do that, when you swing it back and you get the L, you're using your wrist, you're leveraging your wrist to hit a golf shot. So let me go ahead and hit a shot, and then I'm going to show you how you can practice that a little bit. So here we go. Back to my normal stance width, lead arm back, form the L. Here we go. Nice. Now you'll notice that swing was not very long. I didn't rotate my body a ton. Just swing it back, form the L. I don't know, I probably hit that 135, 140 yards. Pretty darn solid for a 7-iron. Now, one of the ways I like to practice that here at the Academy is with the plane slider, because you can use the visual. I love the feeling of the L. That's a good way to do it. The other way I'll do it is with the plane slider. It's got this kind of slider device right here, okay? And I can use it for a variety of things, for slicing, you name it. But for today's purposes, and when I'm teaching proper wrist movement, this is how I use it. So we swing it back, and I tell them, get the L, but more importantly, hear the click. There it is, hear the click. Okay, it's really simple. If they take it back the old way, improper use of the wrist, it goes like this. Okay, see that? No click. So it's back, hear the click. Okay, and I usually like to do, you know me if you've watched any of my videos, and if you haven't already, hey, subscribe to the channel. Join us here at US Golf TV. If you're a fellow golfer and you love golf, this is the place for you. Leave a comment, ring the bell, join our group here, ask a question. I do my best to answer all those questions, and also check out our website at usgolftv.com. Completely different content over there. So we swing it back, a little 3-setter. There's 1, 2, and 3. And then we'll go ahead and we'll hit a shot. So that's the first way, using the proper wrist. Hopefully that makes sense. If you got questions or comments on that, leave those in there. Maybe you agree or disagree. I'm not sure. That's okay. Maybe you can teach me a couple things as well. Now, how about the arm movement? Okay, that's one way. Wrist was one way, but the arm movement. Well, there's two ways to move the lead arm in the golf swing. And I'm not saying one is right or one is wrong. I'm saying it's based on your particular body style, your flexibility, your strength, your age, all these types of stuff, right? So the first way is take the lead arm in and around. And this is pretty popular right now, especially with a lot of the younger players, the great players on tour. They swing their lead arm back, in and around. They get it kind of flat, or what they call deep, back and around them. See that? Okay, like I said, it's not a bad position. When the club is here, you've got to really rotate a lot in order to hit a solid golf shot. What I recommend Okay, for the average golfer, doesn't get a lot of chance to practice, and also for the senior golfer, is that the lead arm works more straight back and up. Okay, just straight back and up, boom. So it looks something like this, right here. Okay, so you can see that movement right there. Let me go ahead and hit a shot and demonstrate that. So I'm set in here, swing my lead arm straight back and up. Yep, nice and solid and powerful. Now, why does that work, or why is that important? Well, we've built an entire system around this. It's called the vertical line swing system, a complete system that's custom built for the average golfer, not the tour pro, the average golfer. The reason it works is because it requires very little rotation, okay, very little strength, okay. It doesn't require a lot of pivot or shift. It's literally the simplest golf swing, I believe, in the game. You get set up, you swing your lead arm straight back, you get the L going with the hinge like we did with the plane slider right there. That's your golf swing. All right, here we go, one more time. And when you think about some of the greatest players of all time, when I was a kid growing up, I still think the greatest player of all time, some of the greats, what did they do? They swung it right here, straight back here and straight up on the backswing. So when you want more club head speed, be thinking for the average golfer and the senior golfer, proper wrist movement, proper arm movement. If you do those two things, you'll see your club head speed definitely increase.